Hello you all, welcome back to my channel. If you are a returning subscriber, what's good? If you are new, hey boo, I am back with another video. This is the first time I have ever did unwind thoughts face to face like this. You just try something new every single time, but I just kind of want to talk about tonight. This is so different. It feels different making a video like that. I mean, I know how to make face-to-face video plenty of times, but I'm feeling led to make a message before I even lay down tonight, and I feel comfortable enough to have y'all in my room with me because it's a topic that's really been kind of strong and heavy on my mind. That I made a certain video a year ago about spiritual attacks, and the content was very choppy, like it was bad quality, so I had to delete the video. I couldn't keep nothing like that up. Like when I make content for y'all, I try to make the best of the best. Like I don't want to come bring y'all trash video. Like I want y'all to be able to take something every time y'all leave my video, but I don't want to just throw anything together. And it seemed like I really didn't put much effort into it. Like, I ain't gonna do y'all like that. But basically, what I kind of want to talk about tonight, we're going to talk about a little bit of spirituality, okay? Because we rest our souls in spirit at night. So, you are one with your thoughts at nighttime and in the morning times. Like, so, I like to reflect on my thoughts in the morning and as well at night before I go to sleep. I just thought about something my grandma told me a long time ago. She said, never go be angry at somebody. I don't know why that jumped out at me, but if it's somebody out here that's, you know, if you had a hard day today, you just had a disagreement with somebody and it didn't go as planned, don't go to sleep mad at that person. Ask the Lord to grant you this peace before you lay down to go to sleep, because it's something about when you have a bad day and you just have bad encounters with people, you can't rest well. So I want to talk about this is probably going to be a repeat. For the people that's new to my channel and people that's been on my channel, you probably don't even remember that spiritual attack video that I made a year ago, because like I said, the quality was bad, it was poor. But since I'm in my room, we're going to talk about home spiritual protection. I already made a video previously about how to recognize when you have a bad spirit in your home and what to do about that. And so basically, dang, I got y'all all up in my face, all in my nose and everything. I hope you don't see no boogers. Like, hell, y'all. But anyways, let me just hop back to the video. But basically, I'm gonna kind of pick back up on the video that I made a year ago where I talked about bad spirits in the home, and I'm gonna kind of, I don't know how long this story gonna run me, but I feel like some people need to hear this, especially people that's on their spiritual journey. This is something that you need to take very seriously when you are at home. Your spiritual protection at home is extremely important. Room protection is important, okay? I know I'm kind of opening my room up to y'all, and just y'all must be some sort of important to me if I'm letting y'all in my room. Like y'all basically in the bed. Y'all basically in my bed. Like I probably got a little bit too comfortable, but y'all my friends, so I know y'all take me as I am. Y'all ain't gonna judge me. But basically, why I want to come talk to y'all about this certain topic while I'm in my room is because there has been several times where I have encountered bad spirits in my home. And I said in a previous video that you have to recognize when you have a bad spirit in your home, okay? The number one way you are going to know when you have a bad spirit in your home is when you bring your problems home with you. Whatever you have encountered out in the world, you brought that home with you. And if you don't make peace, or if you don't get rid of the situation before you step in your door, then you can very well bring those problems home with you in your room, in your bed. Like you are not gonna, a lot of times people can't rest well because the problems that they dealt with on the outside, they brought it home. My number one way of how I like to protect my spirit in my home, like in my room, because your room is I feel like your room, that's the most sacred place in your house, because that's where you rest your soul and spirit. You know, when you're sleeping, that's when you're almost at peace. So you want to protect that part of your home with the fullest, okay? And so the last video where I made about jealous women, insecure women, that was like more towards a surface level topic, but y'all already know I do things with reasoning. So I brought that candle out in the last video as a way for y'all. I like to light candles sometimes. I don't have a candle lit right now, but sometimes I will light a candle in my room just to give myself that peace and so I can be able to rest well. You know how you got to get yourself in the ambiance, like the ambiance of your home, the ambiance of your room, the environment of your home has a big effect of your spiritual well-being as well. So get yourself, a lot of times I like to the way I like to unwind my day, unwind my thoughts, is to light myself a candle. I may periodically have a glass of wine, but I really haven't had wine in a long time, and I haven't had the desire to drink. But it's nothing wrong with having, you know, unwind your thoughts. Have a little glass of wine, light you some candles in your room, and just, a lot of times when I feel like I done had like a real crappy day or something like that, or I just, it don't necessarily have to be that I had a bad day. I just kind of want to relax my man before I go to bed. I think it's imperative for you to take a bath before you get into your bed sometimes, especially when you feel like you have encountered bad spirits throughout the day. You know, some people bring bad spirits home with them, and a lot of people are not aware of that. You know, you can't unknowingly bring a bad spirit home with you. Okay, so room protection, home protection, that stuff is extremely important. Now, I've been doing this type of stuff for a very long time. It has always worked. If you got a nightstand, I like to keep my Bible on top of my nightstand or inside of my nightstand. Now, I kind of want to bring this situation up to where I'm going to give y'all a couple of story times tonight. I may be talking for a minute, but I know that y'all enjoy my videos, so y'all don't mind me talking for as long as I am. I'm coming to give y'all some spiritual wisdom tonight, and hopefully that you can take it and do what you will with the information. But basically, I had a situation that occurred where I wasn't at peace. Like, I was going through a lot of things at a certain moment in my life, and I couldn't rest well. And so one particular night, I had went to sleep, and this ain't to scare y'all, nothing like that, but this is, you know, everything is spirituality and stuff like that. That's not really anything that you need to be afraid of, especially when you get the Lord on your side. You know, just remember the Lord says, fear ye not. You know, he is protecting you at all times. So there's nothing that you really need to be afraid of. So basically, this one particular night, I was like, really just felt like I couldn't sleep. My man, like, when you stressed out, you really going through things, like, your man is not at ease. Like, you can't sleep well, no matter what you do, you know? And 9 times out of 10, like I said in the witchcraft video, if you can't rest well, you can't sleep well, when you do decide to go to sleep, you always seem to have a nightmare. You know I have encountered that several times, to where I had a bad day and stuff like that, and when I went to sleep, I just had a series of nightmares, like, back to back to back. But something had told me this one night that I had felt the presence of the devil in my room. You know, I felt like a darkness like this undescribable. Like, I remember the She Was a Witch video where I had talked about that guy that I was dating. The darkness that I had felt when I was in the room with him was the same darkness I had felt when I was in my room. And I just felt something. I just felt the evil presence in my room. And you know how you just get that feeling like you're not by yourself, like that there's a presence there. And that's what I felt. And I ain't gonna even lie, I was kind of scared for a minute. And something just said, like, the number one way you're gonna know that you have probably encountered a bad spirit, that is when you feel like you're defeated. You know what I'm saying? I was feeling so hopeless this time. You know, this was around the time where I had told y'all, when I made the witchcraft video where I said signs of witchcraft, I was going through a lot at that time. Like, I was going through a series of bad luck, and I was just really down and out. And that's when I was getting the most spiritual attacks. But I felt the spirit of the Lord speak to me and told me, like, I had made that video about the testimony about the Bible that I had, and the Bible was literally in my nightstand. You know, this the Bible that I've been having since I was a child. I used to go to Sunday school faithfully every Sunday, and so this Bible literally followed me throughout my entire life. That's why I always come talk about God so much, and I feel like he is so strong. Like, he moves and works with people's lives in so many different ways, and you have to be able to notice that when you see it, you know. And so the fact that this Bible just been in my possession for all these years, like, I literally had this Bible since I was a shorty, you know. And that Bible has traveled with me everywhere. Like, I have moved so many different times, you know, in my life, and the Bible just always seemed to follow me. Like I told y'all in my other video, like, I would leave that Bible like everywhere. Like, I've left that Bible at church so many times, and somehow it just always seemed to come back in my possession. And that was just, I feel like, a sign from the Lord that the Lord will speak to you in so many different ways, and you have to be spiritually aware in order to hear him. And so when that Bible was following me, I feel like that was him letting me know, like, I'm with you wherever you go. You know, anything that you are ever going through in your life, I'm with you wherever you go. I will never leave you nor forsaken you. And that always just played in my mind every time I was going through something. So when I was laying in my bed this night, like, I was in a heavy spiritual attack. Like, I literally felt the presence of the devil. You know what I'm saying? And I felt I was so scared, y'all. I just felt like I needed something to protect me, you know? And I heard a voice from the Lord say, look in your nightstand. And literally, y'all, this was the most come to Jesus moment I ever had. Bible was in my nightstand, but not only was it in my nightstand, it was in the bottom of my nightstand. Like, I got 2 drawers on my nightstand, and it was in the bottom drawer, tucked up under a whole bunch of books. Cause you know I like to read every blue moon. I read every blue moon. I ain't no let me go read a book type person, but I like to have books in my house. But the Bible was literally buried in my nightstand up under a whole bunch of other books. And that was very symbolic to me. Like, I really just felt like the Lord was just, some said, get your Bible out right now. And it just really just dawned on me, like, it was like the Lord was speaking to me and telling me, like, how do you expect me to show favor in your life? How come you got me tucked away? Like, I literally had God on the floor. That made me feel bad, because it just kind of, that Bible just being in the bottom of my drawer like that, tucked up under all them books, was just an example of how much I had been neglecting God, you know what I'm saying? And so when I had put that Bible out of that nightstand, I opened it. Like, when I say, because I felt like that was the only thing could protect me at the moment. Like, when I say I literally felt a darkness in my room, you know? I opened the Bible and I just laid my hand on it. My room was so dark, you know. This was around the time where I had just kind of first started my YouTube channel, and I was having problems, you know, recording videos and stuff, and the quality, like I said, that's when I had made that spiritual attack video around that time, and the quality was poor. It seemed like I couldn't get put out content. Like, I kept having to upload videos like 20 plus different times. The devil was busy then. He really didn't want me to put out messages for y'all at that time. And that really what made me feel defeated. When I put the Bible, I just opened it and laid my hand on it, you know. And I was in the pitch black of my room, and I had my tablet in the bed with me because I had been recording with that all day. And so I'm telling y'all, it was almost as if the Lord had said to me in that moment, like, it's something that you need to see right there. I have a message for you. The room was so dark, y'all. When I say pitch black, like pitch black. And I took the flashlight from my tablet and flashed it on the Bible in the verse, y'all. I will never forget this. Like, I literally put a picture right there in that verse. That verse is the biggest part of my testimony of how the Lord will show up and show out for you. The Lord will protect you every single time you are feeling defeated. He's going to step in. I looked at the verse on the Bible because I kept hearing his voice say, like, it's a message on there. Read that message. And I kid you not, y'all. It was Psalms chapter 67 or 68. It said, now don't quote me word for word, but I remember this verse vividly because it just resonated with the moment that I was in right now. Like, the Lord literally spoke to me through this verse, you know. Let me just tell you, before I even share to y'all this verse, I didn't even know to open my Bible and say, oh, let me go to this verse so I could get a message. No, I just literally just opened it in the pitch black of my room because I felt like that was the only thing that could protect me. And so when I looked at the verse, it said, let my enemies scatter before me. Okay. Evilness. I felt evilness and darkness around me. And the Lord spoke to me through that verse and said, let my enemies scatter before me. Let the wicked perish in the presence of the Lord. I swear to y'all, I'm not telling a lie. I'm not capping or nothing. That was the verse that I had my hand on in the pitch black of my room. I didn't even know that this was the verse that the Lord was trying to show me, you know. The Lord would say, pay attention, because it's a message on there for you. Every single time I will show up and protect you. That battle is not yours, it's the Lord's, okay? I kind of want to talk about something important tonight. I'm dealing with spirituality, like when it comes to your home protection, and don't let certain people shouldn't be coming to your home. Be careful of what type of spirit you invite into your home, because it can be very detrimental to your peace. Your home is where you are most at peace, okay? And so you got to be mindful of the type of people that you let come to your home. And I remember one point in time, like, my house used to be so open. Like, I'd always been a good person to where I just like open my home to people, and I have let people come live with me. Open my home up to so many different spirits, you know, evil spirits at that. I remember one particular time, I'm gonna talk about my mom a little bit. My mom was a spiritual woman as well. She taught me a lot about spirituality. It's things that I learned from my mother that I will always take with me for the rest of my life. That woman was powerful. You know, I told y'all she battled with her drug addiction, but she was a firm believer in the Lord, and I think the Lord worked so much through my mother. But the one thing I could say about my mother that I know, it's like, you probably like, what this got to do with home protection? I'm telling you, I'm getting to that point. You know, my mother is kind of like how I am. Like, I like to decorate. I love interior design and stuff like that. My mother was the exact same way, you know, and I picked up and adapted some of her qualities and behaviors, you know. My mother wasn't no stereotypical looking crackhead, you know what I'm saying? She carried herself well majority of the time that she was out here bad, and she took care of her home. My mom always kept a nice home. My mom was very clean. My mother didn't play that filth. My mama hated filth, okay? My mother hated a dirty home. She always said that evilness dwells in filth, and that's something that I took with me and carried with me the rest of my life. And I noticed that whenever my home was dirty, I always felt bad spirits in my home. So I'm gonna just kind of get into some people. Dirty homes are a saying that you have bad spirits in your home. And so if you are the type of person that kind of just let people come live with you, you're always trying to help people get on their feet, you know, and stuff like that, you need to tap into this message, because it's something really important. The dangers behind letting the wrong spirits in your home, okay? So basically, I'm gonna take it back to my mother. When my mother was with this certain person, I would notice that they would always argue. Like, my mother had extremely toxic relationship with this person that she was with. And I would always tell my mother, like, man, mama, like, you're too good for him, like, leave him. I would always ask my mom to leave this person. My mother would always argue with this person. And every single time my mother would argue with this person, I would see demons come up out of this person. This person was an alcoholic, you know. And every time, that's why when I come talk about drugs, I'm literally not trying to come down on nobody. Like, literally, like, drugs bring out demons, okay? And every time this person would drink, I would literally see the demons come out. But one thing I always noticed about this person, like, every time they would argue, it always seemed like a demon was speaking to this person. And I was too young, so I didn't know what to make sense of what was going on, but I knew that it wasn't right. But every time my mother would get into argument with this person, it would seem like the God was fighting with the devil every single time. Like I told y'all, my mom was a firm believer in the Lord. And one thing I noticed that my mother would do, like, every time they would get into an argument with this person, she would always say, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus Christ. I rebuke you in the name of Jesus Christ. Satan, get thee behind me. Get thee behind me, Satan. And the person would always, like, every single time, like, this stuff is evil, y'all. Like, this video gonna be deep, okay? But every time my mother would say that, I would hear the demon come up out of this person. They said some stuff that would stick with me for the rest of my life, that let me know that demons are real, you know? Demons in the flesh. Every time my mother would say, get thee behind me, that person would literally say, well, where's your God now? And where's your Lord now? Go ahead and call on God. And where's God now? Where's he at? Every single time my mother would get into an argument with this person, I would literally see the demon come out, you know? That's kind of like that whole thing where somebody take out some holy oil, or they open a Bible in the presence of the devil and the devil just melt, you know? That was the same thing. That was kind of like what I would see with my mother and this person that she was with. And I knew that this person was evil since I was a child. But I was spiritually aware then. That's how I knew I had a spiritual gift, when I was a child. But I wasn't mentally mature enough to understand the fullness of what was happening. I just knew that it was evil, you know? And so I'm gonna kind of bring this up. With this, you probably like, girl, what do this got to do with anything? I'm gonna get to it. Y'all already know I'm a deep person. I like to go in depth, you know? So basically, I would always see every single time this person, that's why I say drugs bring out demons. It literally do. You know, when this person would drink, the demons would come out. When they were sober, they was completely fine, you know? It was like when they would drink, I would see a totally different side to this person, you know? And when I look back on it, I just knew that that person was sent into my mother's life to destroy her. You know what I'm saying? The devil comes to kill, steal, and destroy. My mother had a strong belief and faith in the Lord, and this person came into her life to destroy that. They had a drug addiction to alcohol, and she had a drug addiction to crack cocaine, you know? And so it was just crazy. It was just a whole bunch of craziness going on. And then the one thing I could say I noticed about this person, because I noticed that they did this type of stuff with me too. Like, you know, your mother, you want it bad for your mother. Like, I'm always friend with my mother, regardless. You know, you're not finna disrespect my mother. You're not finna put your hands on my mother. Like, you're not finna come out like that, not in my presence, you know? You getting dealt with, disrespecting my mother. Like, that's my queen right there. And so every time my mother would get into an argument, I had got to the point to where I would jump into their arguments. Like, I would say something to him. I'd say something like, you know, don't talk to her like that and this and that. And the one thing I started to notice was they're going to be able to spot a bad spirit when this person always seemed to want to, you know how you get into an argument and debate with somebody and they just kind of wait and ponder around to see what you're going to do next. This is one thing I always noticed about this person. And the stuff was crazy, like literally a demon working for real. You know how you get into an argument or a disagreement with some person and you trying to walk away and the person still trying to egg on the fight or trying to get you to pop off on them? Yeah, go ahead and hit me. Go ahead. I wish you would hit me. And I wish you would say something. And I want you to say something. Go ahead and hit me if you want to. Go ahead and do it. You know, they all in your face. They see that you're trying to walk away. The devil likes chaos and confusion. He loves arguments. He loves drama, you know? And I had noticed that this person, the same things they would do with my mother, they would do with me as well. Like they'll literally just poke the bear, and just kind of just sit and ponder around to kick off another argument. The devil will always sit and ponder around to see what you are going to do next. Like, how are you going to react? You know, the devil knows your weak points. He knows what buttons to push to set you off, you know? And so this person knew exactly what they was doing. And I had got to the point where I started to ignore the person, you know, because I knew what the intentions was behind why they were doing certain things. But yeah, oh, where's God now? Where's your Lord now? And why don't you just go call on God? Like, I'll never forget that. I'll never forget that. I'll never forget how every single time my mother would talk about God, this demon would literally jump out of this person, you know? And this is another way to spot when you let a bad spirit into your home. I got to talk about this because I literally just came across this situation. You can't help everybody, okay? You got to let people find their way, figure out their own way through life, okay? When you open your home to help people, whatever situations, whatever they are encountering in their life, they're going to bring those problems and those spirits along with them, you know? Unproductivity, laziness, you know, just unclean. The devil is an unclean spirit, you know, and that's another thing I kind of want to get into with spiritual protection of your home, your room. When you let a bad spirit come into your home for the first time, second time, like literally, when you let a bad spirit come into your home and then you say, for instance, you put this person out, you tell them to get out, whether it be a family member, just anybody. I'm gonna get into the situation later on in the video too, about another situation where I had encountered some bad spirits in my home. Once you let a bad spirit into your home, that spirit is 9 times out of 10 going to linger in your home. That's why it's extremely important for you to be mindful of who you let come to your home. Bad spirits are very intentional. They know they like to disrupt your peace, you know. They know that certain people, if this is somebody that you know, like a family member or something like that, they know that you value your peace. They know that you are very big on that type of stuff. And so they're going to come and try to disrupt your peace and your happiness, you know. And so when they come to disrupt your peace and disrespect your home, they are throwing off. If you ever feel as though, another way you're going to feel like you have a bad spirit in your home is when you feel like the aura in your home is thrown off. And I'm going to get into that later on in my video, but I'm just kind of hop back. The person that my mother was with, unclean spirit, you know, very nasty. My mother was a clean person. This is another way to spot a bad spirit. A person that is nasty. You know what I'm saying? Trash. And I'm not just talking about that spirit. I'm talking about dirty clothes. Everywhere they go, filth just seems to accumulate behind them. Like, I have seen this person plenty of times just so filthy and nasty. And I'm gonna bring the Lord into this too, because the devil likes to perpetrate a fraud to try to act like they are believing the Lord. You know, the devil will literally sit up and quote scriptures to you off the dome. Don't even have to open the Bible. The devil can know the Bible way better than you. Way better than you, okay? Quote that thing front to back. And turn around. This is a main way to let you know that you have encountered a demon or a devil, is when you want to talk about the Lord or the Bible or something like that, and this person, they act like they don't want to hear about that. They don't want to talk about that. Like, they'll literally talk to you about the Lord for about 5 or 10 minutes, and then they'll try to turn the conversation to something else, you know? That's the main way to spot a person that is perpetrating a fraud and that they are not really a believer in the Lord. They are trying to act like they are, you know? The devil once used to be an angel too. So he know how to put up that front every single time. So if this person always seems like they're trying to steer away from a conversation involving the Lord, that's a red flag. But yeah, if the person always trying to seem like they trying to talk about other things, like it's almost, yeah, like I said, it almost seems as that if they don't want to hear about it, you know, if this person always seems like they talk about themselves all the time, always trying to get that attention up off the Lord, that's the main way to let you know. And I'm just go back to the whole unclean spirits. Like, a person is something off and saying stuff about a person that will literally sit up and quote scriptures all the time, but then turn around in the same breath and their life is not a reflection of what they are preaching to you. Like, literally, everybody go through hard times in their life. We have all been down on our luck at certain points in our life. But the number one way you're going to know that a person is not a believer in the Lord, because like I said, do not be deceived. These people are very good pretenders. I have seen so many people sit up and quote the scripture, the Bible to me, and turn around in the same breath and let the devil use them. 5 or 10 minutes later, this person, the demon jumped up out of this person like, yeah, you thought I was the Lord. It's almost as if the wolf in sheep's clothing, so to speak. Like, this person literally morphed from a sheep into a wolf right in front of your face. But yeah, you are gonna know that somebody is perpetrating fraud and they are probably evil is when they have an unclean spirit. And when I say spirit, I mean like they are dirty, they nasty. They may not take a shower, they may not keep themselves clean. Their environment is nasty and filthy. Have you ever? That's why I say clean your home, okay? I know sometimes we have busy lives and we have a lot of things going on. We may get to a certain point to where we feel like we don't have the patience to get up and clean. But I'm telling you, cleaning up is going to ward bad spirits off away from your home. When your home is filthy, you are inviting bad spirits into your home unknowingly, okay? Remember that evil dwells in filth. Okay, people, I have seen people that just be very leery of the person that's comfortable in filth, comfortable with being nasty, comfortable with going without taking showers, comfortable with just being in a nasty, dirty environment. Like, and this is a strong saying to let you know. I have seen this type of stuff from this person before. But like I said, an unclean spirit, an evil spirit is always going to reveal themselves. They can put up a disguise very well, but if you are spiritually aware, you are going to recognize an unclean spirit. They're not going to be able to have that for too long, you know. I used to see where this person used to clean up. This just kind of go into the whole let them live with you until they get on their feet, stuff like that. An unclean spirit is filthy, you know. They never clean up after themselves. And when they do clean up by themselves, this is the weirdest thing I ever seen from this person. This is how I know this person was evil, is when they cleaning up, it always seemed like filth just kind of accumulate behind them. Like, they don't even know how to clean, because evil, unclean spirit within them can't even let them be. An unclean spirit is exactly what it is. Can't be clean to save their life. You know how the person that always seem to be cleaned up, but they always seem to be filthy at the same time? Like, how is that even possible? Like, the weirdest thing I ever seen, y'all, like, that's how I know I had a real strong spiritual gift, is when this person would always just, like, some people have different kind of demons inside of them too, like unclean spirits, a drunken spirit, an angry spirit, a dirty, nasty, unclean spirit. Like, all of that are those things represent different kind of demons to me. Oh my God, yeah. But every time this person would clean up, an unclean spirit is not going to respect your home. Okay, that's why you need to be mindful. You can't help everybody. You got to let people find their own way, you know? Because when this person comes into your home, they are bringing a bad spirit in. 9 times out of 10, they are bringing more than one. They are bringing more than one spirit with them. And when you invite a bad spirit into your home, it is going to be hard for you to get that up out of there, okay? So yeah, bumping back, when this person always cleaned, I would notice that the filth would just kind of accumulate behind them. Like, listen, I'm gonna just use an example. Like, say for instance, somebody in the kitchen cooking or something like that. Like, you literally just cleaned up the kitchen like 10 minutes ago. An unclean evil spirit will go in there after you just cleaned up and start cooking, you know? And you just sitting up there looking like, they know that you're a clean person. They know that you don't like filth. You know, spirits, evil spirits always like to antagonize you, to set you off, you know? So they may go in the kitchen and start cooking. They getting grease and stuff everywhere, all on the floor, all on the sink. They trying to act like they cleaning up, but really they making them even more of a mess, you know? Food cans all on the cabinet. You know how the sauce and the juice come from the can, like that, all that stuff on the can. Like, you literally just cleaned up like 10 minutes ago, and they go in there and start cooking, you know? And then we tell them to clean up after themselves. They clean, but it seems like they make more of a mess as they go. That's that evil, unclean spirit in them. Okay, they can't be clean because their spirit is dirty, you know? Number one saying to let you know that you have an evil spirit in your home. An evil spirit is unclean, so remember that. Try to keep your home clean as much as possible, okay? If you have kids, make them clean up after themselves too, you know? Your kids can invite evil spirits in your home too by them not keeping it clean. They're going to adapt an unclean spirit by not knowing how to keep their room clean. You know, if you're the person that's paying all the bills, ain't no way in the hell that you should be letting your kids run your house and have it looking nasty at all. This is saying a disrespect to me. When my house is dirty, I hate that. Mans already know that I cannot stand filth. But yeah, I'm just going to kind of get back into the bad spirits in the home, where I said I had encountered some bad spirits with some people that I had let come to my home one time. Now, literally, y'all, these people weren't coming to stay with me. They just came, and they just came to spend the night or whatever. And I had a negative encounter with these people. It was like an argument. I had so many bad spirits jumping through my house this night. It was unbelievable. Like, I never stank evilness at that level ever before. Like, I had, Whew. Evil spirits jumping through my home. It ain't got so bad to the point where I told these people they had to get out. You know, evil, unclean spirit is not gonna respect your home. You know, they're gonna be disrespecting you in your home. They're gonna disrespect you, your kids, all of that. You know, they come to disrupt your peace. You know, your peace is at home. You may have a nice home. You know what I'm saying? Jealousy, all that type of stuff. You know, and it had got so bad to the point where I literally told these people to get up and get out of my home. It was so much evilness going on this night, like for real. I'm going to bring up a thing to where I had noticed that I had bad spirits in my home. Now, when I told these people to leave, I literally told them to get out. I got a 2-floor home. Yeah. I think this was like the next morning or later on that night because they left that night. If I can remember, I believe I got up and went downstairs, y'all. And I kid you not, I can't make none of this stuff up. When I went in my living room, you would have thought that I had been cooking or something had caught on fire, you know, because when I went in my living room, y'all, I swear to you not, it was like a dark gray cloud in my living room. Nobody had cooked nothing. The stove was not on, nothing. You know how when you cook something, you forget about it and it just set off the smoke alarm in your home? You could have swore that something had caught fire in my home, because when I went downstairs in my living room, I would never believe what I saw. Like, it was a gray cloud in my living room. That's how I knew I had encountered some bad spirits. I said bad spirits linger. So when these people left my home, those spirits stayed in my home. The energy and the aura in my home was so thrown off. I never seen anything like that, because I've been living in my home for some years, you know. I have encountered some bad spirits in my home before, but this was the worst one yet, you know. But yeah, after that, I remember vividly, I ended up getting up. I had to clean my home. I was cleaning my home for about 2 whole hours, you know. Trying to get them bad spirits, trying to get them evil spirits up out of my home. Do not let an evil spirit linger in your home. Tell them to get out, okay? You have no place here. Please leave, okay? But yes, y'all, stuff is real. I think I may have to make a second part, because this video kind of ran me a little long, and I don't really like to keep y'all too long. But I'm probably gonna make a part 2 of how to recognize bad spirits in your home. Keep bad spirits out of your home, okay? The next video is gonna be about do not let an evil spirit return to your home, okay? And once you put this evil spirit up out of your home, do not let them return, because they are gonna return with other spirits, okay? And I'm talking about people, okay? I ain't talking about no mumbo jumbo over here. You ain't get no mumbo jumbo spirituality up on my channel. I'm gonna wait to where it makes sense to you, because I know it's people that has been through this type of thing before, to where they have let people come live with them, and you know, just being a good person, having a good heart, okay? Do not do that, because it's gonna be to your detriment, okay? But yes, the second part is gonna be basically about how you should never let evil spirit return to your home, okay? And so y'all protect your soul and spirit out here. Protect your home. Spiritually protect your home. Your home is your safe haven. That's where you rest your soul and spirit, okay? So you want to protect that as much as you can, okay? So hopefully y'all enjoyed this video tonight, unwinding y'all thoughts with me. And I will talk to y'all in the next video.